Welcome to the Fearfic Podcast. Fearfic is the term for short horror fiction, mostly posted on the web. It includes any and all related subgenres. Join three assholes talking basement goo Slimebeast, inebriated interstellar traveler Abysmii, and irritable ghostly man-horde Dead Palette, as they read all stories horror and internet-related, paragraph by paragraph, and bullshit while they do it. From adolescent revenge fantasies to subtle postmodern narratives about real-life events and everything in between, they read it and critique. You better believe it. Kick it to the cold open, white boy.
So how about that sports team? How about that Overwatch team?
How about that race war?
How about that race war? How about that sporting event that ended in a race war?
That's basically what the World Cup is.
That's most soccer games ending in some type of war.
I think it's a bad sign when any game starts with hoods versus skins, you know?
Well, essentially what you're doing is like channeling the race war into a ball. And
it's a spirit bomb.
Except there's two and they're competing.
Don't attack each other. Just hit the race war bomb. Did you see the guy get like hit with a fucking claw? Just the claw marks?
No.
Yeah, so like someone from Morocco, I believe, just like clawed the shit out of another soccer player.
Okay.
Yeah,
was he a chupacabra or
no? Just grabbed him so hard with his goddamn nails that apparently like it just broke the skin like with all four nails. It looked like he got hit with Vega's Claw from Street Fighter.
Wow. So what you're saying is we should actually make a video with a picture of him on the thumbnail, and we should say "real life rake attack?" ?
But we're not talking about the rake.
Okay. Who are we talking about?
We're talking about Jeff the Killer and Jane, who are two people.
Okay.
They're
allegedly.
Two killers.
Two killers in an unmarked white van.
And what do you do when the demon hunters show up?
And guess what? Slenderman. He's coming out of the woods and he's angry.
And what do you do when Max Landis
what do you do?
Rights to your story.
What do you do when Max Landis comes riding up on a Segway and says, "Listen, this is a story about two people, okay? Two people, and they're coming out and they're going to fight this big alien war, and then..." What are you going to do when Max Landis talks too fast for you to notice that his ideas are shit? Anyway.
Yeah, apparently it was some guy named Pepe.
Pepe. Oh, interesting.
Here we go. Fun editing this, but I'll link a picture in the description.
Okay.
Not in the description. Links in the description, guys. Why don't you check out our Blue Apron?
Do you like getting clawed in the face?
Why don't you try out Clawbox?
Clawbox.
And then you need it's one of those things where you need the pair of scissors to get the scissors out of the scissors case. So you need the claw to get the claw. You have to claw the claw out of the claw box.
I see. Yeah, I'm looking at the picture. I like how the tweet starts with "Pepe is a disgusting little man."
Yes. This artist that I follow posted this because apparently she watches it, and she is not too happy with that. Raphael had claw-like marks on his torso from what Morocco called a penalty in their favor. So, that is disturbing how...
Well, I think that it probably is not very usual for another player to attack a player like this. We're probably dealing with a very rare Pepe, so...
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I was like, where are you going?
Going straight into the shitter. All right, so what do we got here? What are we doing today?
What are we doing,
Who's the de facto explainer?
We are reading a story from Archive of Our Own, and from what I understand from people in the know about fan fiction, everyone of any worth has left fanfiction.net because they started censoring any story that has sexual content.
Of course.
And what are you doing when you're reading fan fiction if you're not reading something that is sexual, like that's the thing is like that's something that's not talked about in a story proper usually. It's like, okay, in Harry Potter they got to be banging at some point, so when are they banging? When are they banging in Inuyasha? There's so much sexual tension there. And then the answer is when the cameras aren't on.
Mm-hmm.
So Archive of Our Own is kind of like the Recetera, the Facebook to the MySpace,
I see. So what happened
to the NeoGAF.
What happened is we
journal.
had a group research.
Researched.
All right. So my new Creepypasta character, the
Meowth?
research.
Are you Meowth?
Yeah, the research. So what we got here is the research. A collaborative group resource. Fucking
Meowth, the researcher. He works at like the New York Times, and he doesn't write his own columns, but he's just a researcher.
I'm running this article about Pizzagate. Oh, don't run it. Shut up, James. So anyway, what we got here is a resource for fiction authors that has been taken over by people who want to censor out problematic factors. Okay, there, I got the sentence out. Alright, there we go.
I am not going to be able to focus because now all I'm thinking about is Team Rocket, that trio, trying to fucking run a newspaper. That's pretty good.
The only syndicated columnist would be Jesse.
Oh, yeah.
James would be getting coffee, and then Malf would be the researcher. Yeah. But it makes sense, because he has he has a Boston accent. So they're all working for the Boston Globe. My mistake.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
I see.
And then somehow Arbok always eats all of the columns before they can get posted.
Team Rocket.
Oh, my God.
Team Rocket were your run-of-the-mill Pokemon thieves until one day they're going to find out that working at a big news outlet isn't all fun and games.
God.
Team Rocket are Muckruckers.
Muckruckers? I that was one of my favorite restaurants, actually, Muckruckers. But we got a story here, and I can't help but notice that the author is actually related to our discussion right now.
It is. How fortuitous.
The author of the story, Jeff the Killer, and Jane are two people. Is Mrs. Kitty Cat Meow 666. So,
Mrs. Kitty Cat Meow 666.
yes, she's adorable, but she's evil. So.
But what I was going to say is, if you want to write your DubCon story, you got to go to Archive of Our Own. You can't be doing that. Do y'all know what DubCon is?
No,
I don't.
A little bit of that dubious consent.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
No one said yes, but no one said no. So what's going on here?
I don't know.
Can't be writing that kind of story on Christian on our Christian Minecraft server that is fanfiction.net.
Please, this is a Christian fanfic website. Anyway, Jesus was taking me by the hand and leading me. Anyway. So we've got chapter 1. How many chapters is this? 3? Or maybe
three
question
chapters.
marks?
Three
Currently. 3 currently, possibly more later. We'll see.
What do you do when 3 chapters?
3 chapters for episode number 3 of the Fairfiction Podcast.
Oh,
Fair fiction?
I see what you... Fair fiction.
Fair fiction?
If you want to research more fair fiction, go to fearfic.com.
Do we need to explain the storied past of Jeff and Jane?
Aren't they siblings?
No.
Ran up the hill. They hate each other. They fought each other. You got to read the past comics to know what's going on with them. Anyway, we should probably start.
Yeah, I think, DP, you want to take the first gigantic paragraph by any chance?
Are we going to give me the person who can't read? We're going to give me the big paragraph. Is this what we're doing?
Well,
Hey, I
mean,
couldn't pronounce proclivities last time we read, so it's up in the air now.
none of us can pronounce anything apparently. So,
This is true.
I'll
I'll take it. I don't care.
Yeah, I guess I was gonna say. I guess Abysmii, you could volunteer if you want. So.
All right, cool. Chapter 1. Ever since you were young, you were different. Very. To the point where people were scared to look at you wrong. Your name was Jane. You were now 15. You had killed multiple people in your short, so far, 15 years. Wow! This writing is awesome.
I just want to say that this has me down to a T. So.
You were in prison. You broke out, though. You were running through the woods with your eyes closed, terrified. They may catch you and take you back to that hellhole.
It's a reasonable possibility if you're running through trees with your eyes closed. They may find you unconscious and drag you back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not doing yourself any favors on the lamb there. You run into the arms of something warm. It's a bear. You were scared to even open your eyes, but do, just in case it's someone who would care and not think you are crazy.
Can I just...
It was...
I hate to keep interrupting Abysmii through this gigantic paragraph, and I keep doing it over and over, but if somebody out there can write fanfic of Jane the Killer X Bear, just a normal bear.
I may sound like I'm reading it and I'm mocking it, but I'm just trying to read it accurately as it's written,
right.
By the way.
Just in case it's someone, yeah.
That's how sentences are structured sometimes, where you read them a certain way because they're written a certain way.
Right.
But there's that's what I'm imagining now is like the bear is like new to this, hasn't been in the dating scene much, and like Jane has to like do all the hand holding, and then they take the bear to a gay bar and he's like shy to get on the dance floor, but like Jane is the manic pixie dream girl who's taking the bear onto the dance floor and getting him to dance and like showing him the moves and everything.
Now, since bears can't talk, would you call this Balcon?
Balcon?
Balubious consent?
God, no. All right, let me rejoin this very weird sentence that's, I think, kind of a run-on at this point.
Yeah.
It was a man, may have been a teen like you, not sure, with no cheeks.
He may have at one point been a teen.
I think I have to break out the Russian accent here. He appears to have cut them out so he would permanently smile. You get scared and ask if he is going to kill you. He say no, but he would love to keep you away from the guards, and he could hide you. He put you on his back and climbs up a tree.
Wait a minute!
Are we sure this isn't a bear?
Yeah!
I was joking, but well, like when you think about it, bears don't like have cheeks in the same way humans do. It's like, are you sure you don't mean he just had a snout?
And he may have been a teenage bear. You don't know. It's hard to gauge the age of a bear. Who knows?
Jeff the Teenage Bear is a mighty strong sitcom.
I'm just
he
picturing...
put you on his back, climbs up a tree that he had been obviously living in, and gives you some weapons and candy. What?
Oh.
Here's a 45 and a Twix. You ask if he would make.
What is with these mindless self-indulgence lyrics?
I don't know.
Climb you up a tree, give you candy and weapons.
I don't remember that song.
Bang.
But, yeah.
You ask if he would make you look like him so you could be together, and he says, of course, but it may hurt. And this person doesn't know how to do ellipses.
So wait a minute. Can I just?
Periods.
I don't want to keep interrupting, even though I am. This is an alternate origin for Jane the Killer.
I guess. She started out, she was just different. She killed people, and then she found Jeff, who had already undergone all the stuff that Jeff had went through.
By the way,
we can have our own origin stories on an archive of our own.
That's true. An origin of our own. Well, now that would be a site, an origin of our own, where people just write different origins for characters, like Spider-Man. Spider-Man just woke up one day and stuck his hand in a boiling pot of water and realized that he had super healing powers, and so then he fell down the stairs and realized he could stick to the railing, and you could just write anything. I
thought you were going to say like Spider-Man was boiling up a bunch of spiders, and then.
Well, yeah, I mean that goes without saying.
Gain spider powers, yeah.
You are what you eat, But I mean, you could write any, kind of crazy rambling origin stories. I think I'll start that origin of our own. But yeah.
Okay. You ask if he would make you look like him so you could be together, and he says, of course, but it may hurt. You reply with, you don't care, that you can't feel pain anymore.
Aww.
So he takes out his knife and starts cutting your cheeks out slowly. You are done, a masterpiece, and he hugs you, very tight, like a bear hug, like no one ever had before. You kiss him, getting blood on his face, or what's left of it.
What's left of your blood?
He looks you in the eyes and asks why you picked him, and you reply with, "You are just like me." Sorry, there's no quotation marks, so I don't know when dialogue's happening most of the time. "And I am just like you now." He smiles and kisses you. Suddenly you can hear movement in the bushes. The guards, they are still looking for you.
Uh-oh.
You stay still in the tree and make no sound at all. They finally pass by and disappear. You let out a breath of air, as opposed to some other type of thing you'd be breathing,
You let out
and
a
look
belch.
at the man. You recognize him from where, but don't know where. It's hard to see what he looks like because of the cuts in his face. You finally ask him what his name is. He tells you his name is Jeff. That's when you realize that he lived across the street from you. Oh, okay. You before he died, and you were locked up. I knew you looked familiar. I'm Jane. You lived across the street from me. We just established that. I used to play with you and your brother Lou. First paragraph done. Good Lord.
I
So
used to play with you and your brother Lou.
do we want to
Here's some guns and
unpack?
candy.
Yeah. By the way, if Mindless Self-Indulgence wrote a song about weapons and candy, it would be called Bang Bang Suck, I guess, or I don't know.
Bang,
it's
bang,
about-
bang. Pull my devil trigger. Man, I'm so excited for Devil May Cry 5, guys. Oh,
fuck.
my God.
Oh, that's what that's from.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's so good. Oh, man. I'm excited for everything Capcom is doing. Suddenly his eyes widen and he jumps down from the tree. You chase after him and follows him into an abandoned house. You look
It
for
is
him.
Meowth! It is Meowth! You chase after him and follows him into an abandoned house.
You looks for him, but he is nowhere to be found.
Yes!
This is what Meowth does in his off time.
Oh
They're
my
not on
God.
Pikachu. Right, shitty fanfic.
Meowth, what are you riding? Suddenly, you hear a noise from upstairs. You cautiously walk up the stairs to look for him. As you get up the stairs, you see Jeff looking out a window, looking out from the stairs. He looks so majestic. "Jeff, why did you run?" you say to him as you walk closer. Suddenly you stop when you see him holding a knife. "Why are you here, Jane? I loved you, and that's why I left. I didn't
What?
want anything to happen to you." So he loves you after meeting you in a tree.
Well, apparently they played together as kids, and he loved
Yeah.
her then.
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe.
This is like the level of boyfriend and girlfriend that you get when you're in second grade. It's like, do you want to
Yeah.
date? Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, we're dating now.
DP, you realize that Jeff and Jane sitting in a tree. I mean,
Fucking.
yeah. He turns to face you.
Stabbing.
SCP-173. He turns to face you. You walk closer to him, but he stops you and he walks over to a chair and sits down. Okay. You stand there for a while and just watch him, but then you walk over to him. Okay, cool.
You sit next to him and make him look at you. What happened to you, Jeff? I heard that you were dead, but you don't look like you're dead.
If anybody looks like he's dead, it's Jeff the Killer.
Oh boy. Please tell me what happened when I was gone. What happened to your brother?
He suddenly starts laughing in an evil, majestic-like voice. It wasn't majestic. It was like majestic.
Ha-ha.
He finally says, "I went insane, Jane. I killed people. I killed my brother while he was trying to help me. I drove this knife into his side and cut his cheek into a smile. Everyone started saying I was dead because no one saw me after I killed my brother. Hello, phone," vibrating the desk, which holds my microphone, by
Nice.
Blue Yeti. "Everyone thinks that someone killed both of us, but it was actually me who killed him. I'm gonna marry your dad, Brian."
Oh. So, we found the brother dead. We never found Jeff. He must be dead. We'll just call it solved. You know. You look at the knife and back away. I know you wouldn't kill me, Jeff. You love me, and I love you. We belong together.
He looks at you and tilts his head. I am insane, Jane. Insane in the friend, Jane. I wouldn't just assume that someone who is insane wouldn't kill you just because of a stupid thing called love.
A little thing called love?
Does this author know that there is a song called A Little Thing Called Love?
Probably not.
I do like the idea. I think I have to give this author credit, though. Insane Jane is a much better name
Yes.
for Jane the Killer.
Yes.
Because it sounds like a schoolyard thing, like Insane Jane, but that is why it works, is because it's like, yeah, I mean, it's a story about, a killer tween. People in school probably called her Insane Jane,
She's a killer tween.
Oh, God.
See, if I was writing a fanfiction about Jane and Jeff fucking, I would call it Going Insane Inside of Jane.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
There we go.
You look at him and snake him in the face.
What?
What?
Snake him in the face.
She whips out her dick and slaps him in the face.
Yeah, this is a Fuda story.
Yep, there you go.
Of course.
You say, trying to fight back tears. It's 2018. Women can have dicks now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Is that an actual term, or are we coining that here to snake someone
I
in the face?
I don't know.
Snake
Man.
in the face. Saying?
You look at him and
No,
snake him
Do
in
they-
the face.
it's not popping up.
Unlike
Snake
Jane
Eyes?
Snake.
Shake
using-
him in the face.
Are you using Bing or Google?
Google?
Oh, there's your problem.
I think I almost feel like it's supposed to be look, and it just is autocorrect went haywire,
Yeah, maybe.
No, I think that they thought that was an expressive way to express whatever it was they were trying to express, but
snake him in the
instead it
face.
expresses Fudanari action.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is getting hot. Let's
I'm
keep
about
going.
Maybe it's stare him in the face. It's like not too far away, I think. Whatever.
Maybe.
Whatever.
In the
He's-
comments, tell us what you think snaking in the face
Yeah.
is.
He sees that you are trying not to cry. SEE''S. He sees that you are trying not to cry. Why are you crying, Jane? Why are you running?
Did you fuck my mom, Santa Claus?
Did you? Fuck! My mom!
You look at him and run past him and run down the steps and outside. A lot of running. You soon notice that there is someone behind you. You turn around thinking it is Jeff, but soon realize it is a guard from the prison. Remember the prison?
Yeah. I like to think he followed her all the way out of the room, like he was just watching the interaction, and then she took off and he was like, oh, right. He was running after her.
I need. Do you have visual confirmation? Yeah, she just snaked him in the face.
Damn.
Really weird.
I want to see how this plays out.
What do you mean? She snaked him in the face.
Well, you never heard that.
Just snaked him in the face.
We work at a prison. Don't tell me you don't know about snaking in the face.
This is part of orientation. Snaking in the face and how to react to it.
Oh, man.
Part 2. What to do when you get snaked in the face.
Run to the nearest sink.
Oh, man.
Literally
Flush your
apply
eyes
water.
with water. Till all of the snake is gone. Snake juice? I don't know.
Did the snake spit? If so.
A recent rash of inmates smuggling venomous snakes up their rectums and then throwing them at guards.
You could tell because they're the dead, bloated ones.
Oh my
Is
god.
that how you do it too? You bend over and pull down your pants and then just projectile shoot the snake out of your ass into the guard's face and just like
First it was dabbing. Then it was... Now the biggest trend on YouTube, snaking people in the face. If we can convince...
Snake in the face is not the title of this episode.
Can I just float something out there? If we can convince Logan Paul that snaking people in the face is the new hot prank to do and get him to put a venomous snake up his ass, I think we'd be doing the world a service.
well,
I think so,
logically,
too.
you have to put the snake in tail first. That way the head will be there when you
Right.
eject it out of your anus.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think we're onto
Ooh.
something here.
Okay.
Realize it's a guard from the prison.
He looks at you, and then before you can react, he grabs you. The guard starts to pick you up, but then he screams out in pain, and you see Jeff standing behind the guard with a bloody knife. The guard drops you, and he falls to the ground.
He fall to the ground.
Oh, I'm having so much fun right now. And he falls to the ground. You look at Jeff, and you try to run, but he grabs you and pulls you close to him. Suddenly you start crying. Jeff holds your face. Jane, please don't cry. You looks up at him, but then
looks up at him.
Oh, I just realized something.
What?
Is this the result of somebody writing this out and then swapping in the second person narrative? Like,
oh yeah,
something like Jane looks at him but then looks down, but they maybe switched in you and then forgot to change some of the S's and shit. I don't know.
Certainly feels like a Control-Alt, Find, Replace. And they would explain some of it.
Just a thought.
You looks up at him, but then look down and try to push away from him. He holds you tighter so you can't get away. You scream at him and try punching him, but then remember that he is still holding his knife. You look at the knife and don't take your eyes off of it. He looks at you with a confused look on your face. Okay. What is wrong, Jane? Why are you trying to run from me? You look at him and punch him because you are insane, and you even said so yourself. I'm not safe here. Time skip. Okay, you need to put in the sound of like a VCR rewinding or something for the time skip.
I can't believe you took my paragraph time skip. I was going to read that and then move on.
Well, that was my paragraph.
With your life from the story.
God damn it. Oh wait, that's your paragraph.
Yeah. I like the idea that Jeff the Killer is holding the knife, and then Jane won't stop looking at the knife, and then Jeff just drops the knife but leaves his hand in a circle, and then just punches Jane in the arms like, I gotcha, you looked at the circle below my waist.
Damn it.
Snaked you in the arm.
You're insane, Jeff. Snaked.
Next up at 11, snaking. Are your kids doing the hot new trend that might get them filled with venom?
What is snaking? Please write in so you can tell us. We have no idea. We need to report on this.
Does your child rarely sit down at dinner?
Oprah is just like reading off a dangerous comment from the internet. They have over 9,000 snakes and they're coming to snake you. You wake up the next morning and try to remember what happened the night before. Oh man. Is Jeff pulling the roofies? What's going on here?
It feels like that because we didn't get like he knocked her out or anything. You just wake up.
Did they bang in a time skip? This is what I was talking about. This is where you're supposed to write the banging happening.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If Jane's not going to get snaked, where is she going to get snaked?
Did Jeff maybe dip his knife in roofie juice before he cut her? Or, I don't know.
Did he cut her?
Yeah, he cut her cheeks to be a smile.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, okay.
You remember that Jeff was holding you so tightly that you passed out, and he must have brought you back.
Like a boa constrictor.
Or a bear.
A bear
constrictor.
Yeah.
Is Jeff the Killer just a cryptid?
Jeff the Cryptid.
Skinwalker Jeff. I don't know.
Is Jeff the Killer circumcised?
We'll have to go to Saussure for that one.
Did Jeff the Killer circumcise himself?
I would assume so.
He gave his dick a little smile. Glasgow smile.
I was trying to think of something with like Chelsea grin, but there's nothing there. It must have brought you back to the abandoned house. You suddenly try to get up, but you sees Jeff's lying next to you. He looks at him for a long time until you sees him start to move. After about 5 minutes, he opens his eyes. He looks directly at you. You look away and look at the window. Then you look at the wall. Then you notice the sweat dropping off Jeff's balls.
He begins to skeet, 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 skeet.
He's having a nocturnal emission. He's having a nocturnal snaking.
That's why he doesn't want people to go to sleep. He's like, trust me.
Jeff looks to where you are looking at and then starts talking. Jane, are you hungry?
Zip.
You just... I prepared the snack for you. You just sit there staring at the window. Then you close your eyes and softly whisper, yes. Jeff suddenly gets up and walks over to the window. He shuts the shades. And
He
then
reaches out the window and catches a bluebird. He fries it up for you. But...
and then goes to the kitchen, which is the same room as the living room.
Oh, he lives in a shitty, like, studio apartment.
Yeah. Jeff suddenly gets up and walks... okay. Then you then get up and walk over to the window. You look out the window for minutes and then walk into the kitchen to help Jeff. After you try to make breakfast and fail at it, you realize Jeff is staring at you.
Wait. Are you hungry? Yes. Okay. I will go to the kitchen to make food. And then she stares out a window, and then she goes to make breakfast, and he's not doing it?
And don't
What?
forget,
What
she
are we
fails.
making for breakfast? What are we making for breakfast? In this
Some
abandoned
pancakes.
house. In the abandoned house in the woods.
Oh.
Is this a house from Barbie.avi?
Maybe.
It has to be because the house in Barbie.avi is abandoned, but it has running water. So if this place has utilities and it's abandoned in the woods, this is part of the Barbie.avi cinematic universe.
Now, what if she starts making a bunch of peanut butter sandwiches, but she fails at it, so she keeps feeding them to a dog who eventually throws up?
Pork chop sandwich. Yes. I see where you're going with this. It's all related. What are they eating for breakfast? That's just bothering me. Like, what are you eating?
Making pancakes, making human pancakes. Take a human and I put him in a pancake.
Or what are we having? Pork? long pork?
Yeah, of course.
You look at him, and then he hugs you. I'm imagining Jeff the Killer in the he's doing the apron hentai wife thing where he's just wearing the apron and nothing else.
Ah, I see.
There we go. Yeah.
Naruto, I made pancakes. The only thing you see is sorrow in his eyes as he flips the pancake. The only thing you see is sorrow in his eyes as he flips the pancake like someone who works at the pancake factory.
Jeez.
As you feel a sharp blade go into you.
Ooh, here we go.
You look at him in disbelief and scream out in pain, Jeff, how could you snake me like this? How could you do this? You feel the sharp object being pulled out, and it only makes the pain worse. I'm sorry, Jane, is the only thing he says before you black out from loos of blood.
Damn. I really am looking forward to that imported Japanese game, Loos of Blood. I think that
is the perfect way
good.
to end this chapter.
All right, so that's this episode of the
Oh,
No.
shit.
Chapter 2. We should have
Dead
probably
Palette
read like
and Tormental.
Say what?
Dead Palette and Slimebeast. Sitting in a tree. DABBING.
Oh God.
Is this a treehouse? Like, I'd like to imagine that this is a treehouse.
That could very well be. That could very well be. He jumped down from the tree, ran over, climbed another tree.
Are the guards going to find this house? Or did they kill the guard before he could radio in?
I think they're gonna find him.
Yeah. The guards, my thing is probably at the end of this, she's going to be taken away by the guards and locked up again. But this time she'll vow to break out and kill Jeff the Killer. I don't know.
There's some weird, like, Harley Quinn Joker syndrome going on.
Carly Quinn?
Like, Harley Quinn.
Alright, so whose turn is it? I forget. This is chapter 2.
It's your turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
New chapter, new order. Abysmii, why don't you go for it now? The last thing you remember was Jeff stabbing you. Yeah, I know. You remember the sorrow in his eyes as he did it.
Mm-hmm. Well established.
What if the entirety of chapter 2 was recapping chapter 1?
Oh God, I hope. I kind of hope so. Just so we can...
recapping it, but in reverse order.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you remember stabbing him, the sorrow in his eyes, him flipping the pancake, you going to the window and looking out for a few minutes, you waking up,
Oh, shit.
you passing out.
You failing to make breakfast. You trying to make breakfast.
Him like gently rubbing your hips in the night, trying to snake you.
That's right.
Hey, for a little bit of sleepy snaking.
A little bit of snaking.
Sleepy
You open
Snake.
your eyes.
There's a Metal Gear character for you, Sleepy Snake.
That'll be Metal Gear 7. Okay, you open your eyes and realize that you are still alive. Maybe it was just a
Open your
dream.
eyes and realize your eyes are open.
You say to yourself as you sit up in bed. Then
What
you
a
feel it.
wonderful
The sharp
day.
pain.
I'm going to keep interrupting you with songs.
I hate you. I hate you so much. Then you feel it. The sharp pain in your stomach. You're pregnant. You look
Uh-oh.
down and see the blood. You were pregnant. You start panicking. Look around. Where am I at?
Apparently there was brain damage from the loss of blood.
You say as you look around. Suddenly you hear someone coming, so you lay back down so they don't know you're awake. They walk in, and you hear Jeff and somebody else talking.
Oh no. Somebody else. Okay, what are our guesses? My guess is Slenderman.
Lou's not dead?
Shit.
Bubba
read-
shit? Your guess is Bubba shit. Okay.
Bubba shit.
Hey, my name's Bubba shit. Why don't you come on down to my steakhouse?
I was going to say Mothman, but I don't think he's going to show up until
Mothman.
chapter 7 at
I
least.
gotcha.
But I read ahead and saw who it is.
Oh, fuck.
So, yeah. So I'm out of the running. Jeff, what did you do to her, Jeff? She's covered in blood. I heard an unfamiliar house say. It was Mr. House from New Vegas.
Oh, so to the author.
What did you do to her, Jeff? She's covered in blood.
To the author of this story, you have the underpinnings of being able to write, definitely. But we can't look past the fact that this says you heard an unfamiliar house say. It's Dr. House! Oh! Sorry.
I don't know the lyrics to that song.
No end, unfamiliar house.
It's Dr. House, though, I think.
Okay, I think we're all out of house puns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfamiliar house music. There we go.
So-
Okay.
This is, I mean, I gotta say, whoever is speaking, though, is really a thought. That house over there.
Damn it. I didn't. So Jeff has to explain himself now. He's going to say, I didn't mean to do that. I just couldn't control myself, Jeff said.
Well,
That happens.
how are you supposed to... Oh my god damn it. Well, how are you supposed to explain this to Slendy and everyone else?
Fuck,
the other
it's not
person
Slenderman.
said.
Fuck.
Man, so that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. She's gonna meet fucking everyone out in Slenderman's mansion.
She's going to meet Slenderman, the Rake, Ben Drowned,
Bubba shit.
shit. Yeah, you fucking beat me to it.
It's Full House, guys.
I see.
I
She's
heard-
Full
I
House,
see.
but Creepypasta.
Three's Company too.
What if this story was Kimmy the Gibbler? But anyway.
With that, they both left the room. You get up and start looking for a way out. You see a window and run over to it. When you look out of it, all you see are trees.
Uh-oh.
How's that different from... You were already running through a forest. We know you're surrounded by trees.
Maybe they're different trees? Like, why
Guys.
do you gotta assume?
Guys, he stabbed her and he took her to the Slender Mansion.
Mhm.
Oh, guys, yep.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Read ahead. Yep. Oh my god.
Fuck!
Fact.
Oh. Oh, man. Did anyone expect it to do this?
Not really.
No,
not really.
because... No.
All right.
Like, I thought this would have been just them...
This is
I don't know.
this is written 2015. I think that isn't that the year the stabbings happened?
I don't
Oh.
know. I don't
Isn't
know.
this the year that the
I
Wisconsin
don't-
stabbings happened?
I don't think so. Maybe.
2014.
But I don't think
It's
so.
after.
Oh,
It's a year after.
What do you want to do with your one phone call? Hook the phone up to a modem, upload my story. Where am I?
Oh my god. It's almost exactly a year after. Like within 2 days.
Oh my god. It's
What the
written
fuck?
on like the anniversary.
And
Is
it's
it written
about
there?
it's about someone going to prison after killing people.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Whew. Okay.
This is...
Where am
Okay.
I? You say
Yeah,
to
this-
yourself.
I gotta interject.
Okay.
Yeah, this doesn't have a place on fanfiction.net. This is one of the most tasteless things I've read in a good long while.
We don't know for sure if it was intended. It could be coincidence. I mean,
Dude.
there are so many. There are so many
I
of these
know.
stories.
That's all I can think about now.
We'll see at the end of
before
this.
right before this, I was recording an episode of Dead Serious about My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, Goodwill DVD, and in it they're talking about the Virginia Tech shooting, but
Oh.
Fluttershy doing it.
Oh.
This is way more tasteless than that.
Oh man, we just read a story on Raw Dog where it was a ritual pasta, and at the very end they tag on the 1992 Santa Monica like driver hitting a bunch of people.
Oh.
So this is just the week of tasteless references.
All right. Well, keeping in step with the tastelessness, where am I? You say to yourself. Finally, you decide to go downstairs. You open up the door and start walking down the stair.
This isn't my lovely Jeff the Killer husband. This isn't my slender mansion.
As you slowly start walking down the stairs, you start hearing people. You start walking slowly until you are finally at the last step. You start looking You start looking around until you see what you were looking for, the door.
He did not add a single start in there. That was literally what it said.
Yeah. As you start sneaking. Oh wait, is it
As you start,
random?
I
Is
believe.
it me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. As you start sneaking to the door, you hear people talking. You suddenly stop and look around.
Now,
You don't see anyone.
I have to
Wait.
interrupt you. I'm sorry. I
Okay.
think that's a typo. I think you start snaking to the door. I think they typoed and wrote sneaking.
It's just a way. Just imagine her imitating a snake but walking upright.
Okay,
Serpentine.
so I am currently 28, and I think I was 25 when someone pointed out to me that the reason the code name is Snake is because you crawl around on your belly, and I was fucking mind blown. It's like, whoa, that's my shit. That's why they call him that.
Whoa.
You don't see anyone, so you continue walking to the door. When you get to the door, you open the door. Oh my god. But it squeaks, and your heart starts to pound. You open it more, and you finally get out the door.
Open the door, get out the door. Open the door and get up to the
Get
door.
out the door.
Walk up to the door. Snake at the door.
Take my door
Hey,
away.
Macarena.
Take my door away.
Brum, 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 brum. Without closing the door, you start running to the road to the the front door. That's where we are. Okay.
I chimed
Cool.
in with a haven't you people ever heard of making
Opening
it to
the
the door.
Suddenly, you hear yelling behind you. You turn around and see Jeff and a few more people standing at the door. You look at Jeff, and you can see in his eyes that he wants you to come back, but you suddenly look away and continue running. Suddenly, you remember that you were stabbed, and with that, you look down and stop running.
Okay.
After you stop running, you feel arms wrap around you, and you turn around to see who it is.
Is this a
This
situation where it's all make believe? It's like she gets stabbed, pretend, and then she starts running away, and then Jeff the Killer's like, "No, you can't run. You got stabbed in the stomach." It's like, "No, I got a stab-proof vest on."
It's
like, no, it doesn't work that way. You can't have a stab-proof vest.
Okay.
I
blah,
just.
blah, blah.
Yeesh.
After you stop running, you feel arms wrap around you, and you turn around to see who it is. You think it's Jeff, but when you look up, you see Slendy. I mean, it's just it's Slendy. It's not even a Slender Man.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you saw a tall figure with no face in a suit. It's just Slendy.
Dude, it gets
He hugs
better.
you. He hugs you, but you are looking for Jeff. Then you finally see him, but he is walking into the mansion. Wendy,
Wait a minute. Is it Slendy or is it Wendy? Is this... Now I'm picturing that, like, Wendy's drawing of Wendy tweeting on the phone, where she's looking, like,
Yes.
super sarcastic.
Yeah, like Tsundere Wendy.
Yeah, Sundari Wendy.
welcome to Wendy's mansion.
The Wendy Mansion.
Give me them nugs.
Jack in the Box turns and walks back to the door.
Wendy wouldn't have a mansion. She would have a manor, I think.
That's true.
Yeah.
She'd have like a an upscale beach house in fucking like Laguna Beach or something.
Like
She wouldn't
Malibu
have
Barbie.
She wouldn't have a beach house. She can't tan with how ginger she is.
No, she wants to pretend that she can.
Okay.
Wendy, then let's go with you.
Oh my god. What is our Wendy voice? Where are we going with this?
Sensual, deep and sensual.
I was
Okay.
thinking like
Laura Bailey.
I was thinking almost like Harley Quinn, again, to reference the character. Like, that's how I always read the Twitter posts.
Really?
It's like, McDonald's thinks they've got the best burger. Ha! You know.
I don't think I can do a Harley Quinn. So I'll just go deep and sensual because that's all I got range for.
Okay.
Hello, welcome to Creepypasta Mansion. I'm Slindy.
Can I take your order?
Hi, I'm Jane. Like, for sure.
He looks at me and smiles. Follow me, please.
On Twitter.
He says as he starts walking towards the mansion. It's going to take about 7 more paragraphs of describing the door to the mansion before we get anywhere else in the story.
What's with all the hugging?
People
That's what I
ever
want to
heard
know.
of.
I
Not
don't.
describing the door.
Describing
It feels-
the goddamn door.
This really feels like a cry for help of someone who's like touch starved and just wants a hug. Real bad.
Maybe.
Someone hug this author, please.
I don't know. Like, how do you get inflation porn? Like, I don't know how your mind gets to inflation. Like, I know how your mind gets to inflation porn because you're just like, man, I want the thing to get bigger.
Yeah.
So I get that, and then it's just like, no, the thing that needs to hug me needs to be fucked up. When you get into the mansion, you see Jeff in the kitchen with Jack, who is cooking. Slendy introduces you to everyone, but all you can concentrate on is Jeff and his magnificent gam-gams.
Majestic.
Majestic gam-gams.
Yes, yes.
As Wendy introduces you to Jack in the box, you see Jeff look at you through his long black hair that is in his face. When you see Jack, your eyes widen and you start blushing. Wait, this... Whoa, mindfuck. Read the next sentence.
Jane, this is Jack Skeleton.
Jack, not eyeless Jack. Like we
Jack Skellington, yeah.
not Jack Skellington, just Jack Skellington.
Jack Skeleton is written there. I don't.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's just Jack Skeleton. His last name is Skeleton, not Skellington. Just Jack Skeleton.
I don't. I'm looking for. I'm Googling or Binging in desperation, looking to see if Jack Skeleton is a separate creepypasta. But all I can find is Jack Skellington, including Jack Skellington shaking hands with Slenderman. They're friends. Jack Skellington and Slenderman are friends.
Well, we're finding out that Jane has a type, and it's tall, dark, and skinny.
With a J name.
Tall,
Yes.
dark, and emaciated.
Tall, dark, and skinny.
Okay.
So Wendy and Jack Skeleton.
Yeah. Hi, Jane. Oh, wait. I can't do his voice. Hi, Jane. It's nice to meet you. Oh, and you can just call me Jack. Wait a minute.
No, you skipped. Oh, no, you got it.
No, I got
No,
it.
no,
The-
no,
the
he got
next
it.
line confused me.
I smile. I smile?
Yeah, it's no
Who are
longer
you?
you. It's
Who are
I.
you? I smile and then speak. Hi, Jack. It's nice to meet you too. Wrong too. But so now this is a new character.
Wrong it's.
Yeah.
Wrong capitalization. This whole thing is just
Incredible.
If we had grammar check on, it would be, redder than all the blood described in this goddamn story.
I would like. I wish that we had the resources as a channel and as a podcast to sit down with the people who write these stories like currently, because this is several years old.
Mhm.
And I would like to think that the person who wrote this probably would look back on this and say, man, my stories are a lot better now. I really, got together my capitalization and my spelling and, I figured out some of the issues. So I just hold out hope. I hold out hope that, this was the start of something good for somebody, because right now it's like,
I want to find them and then set them down Chris Hansen style and just say, what were you thinking? Why'd you write this? Oh, man. Jeff suddenly gets up and walks to the living room where everyone was at. You watch him leave, but then looks back. You watch him leave, but then looks back at Jack and Slendy.
So, what would you like me to fix you for dinner? Jack asks you. Now we're back to fucking fixing meals.
Yeah, this story is a lot of hugging, walking around, running away, going back, hugging, and then not eating.
Something that I saw mentioned in a documentary about male prostitutes is that usually what male prostitutes do is they will cook for the woman before banging them.
Now,
and it's part of that female fantasy.
This quote-unquote...
It is part of the female psychology.
This quote-unquote documentary was on Pornhub, I assume?
No, Vice. So same thing.
Oh, okay.
God, I love Vice. And also Vice is awful.
It's really gone downhill. Really bad.
It's all over the place. You don't know what you're getting, but I love Slut Ever. If you've ever seen Slut Ever.
Nope.
It's like whatever, but slut instead.
Well, I mean, I assumed that much.
I gathered.
Okay. But it's just like a documentary about sex positivity, I guess, is the best way to put it. It's pretty cool. Slendy shows you around more of the mansion, and then you go into the living room where everyone else is.
I think we skipped a couple.
You skipped like 3 lines.
Yeah.
So what would you like me?
I read the "What would you like for dinner" from Jack, which the person
Dinner.
writing this wants hugs and for someone to take care of them, which I think we all want. So.
Mm.
Oh, I don't care. Anything is fine. You say back. I hate her. I hate our narrator.
Okay, dinner should be ready in about an hour. Jack says as he goes
Just no
back to
discussion.
cooking.
No discussion of what it is. Why aren't we asking if we have any allergies or food preferences, dietary restrictions? Come on.
What restaurant do you want to eat at, Jane? Asked Slendy. I don't know, you pick, said Jane. Slendy knew this was a trap.
That's literally what's happening.
Bubba Shit's, yeah. Bubba Shit's family slop house. Okay, so now we're back to Slendy shows you around more of the mansion. We don't get to know what. And then you go to the living room where everyone else is. So now we're back to that.
So, whose turn is it? Abysmii?
I could do another one if you want.
I don't. What is the order? I think we keep skipping each other.
That doesn't matter.
The person who fucks it up is always 100% of the time Slimebeast, and I saw him fucking it up, and I was just like, whatever.
Absolutely not.
It's Abysmii's turn, and then I go, and then Slimebeast.
See,
Okay.
when you change between episodes, it doesn't matter if it was a week ago. If you change the order, I can't keep up.
As you enter the living room, all eyes are on you. What up, Tupac and some.
Big
As
cock.
you look around, Ben stands up and walks over to you. Hi, I'm Ben. He stutters to say as he tells you that you can sit next to him.
I'm Uncle Ben.
It's just Uncle Ben.
Hi, I'm Uncle Ben from Spider-Man, he tells you.
No, I was thinking,
yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking the guy who makes the fried rice.
Right, same guy.
One of them's black, so I don't think that's true.
Well, he's his uncle, so you know.
Okay, yeah, sure, fair enough. Maybe Miles Morales' Uncle Ben.
God damn it. What if they both had an Uncle Ben who was killed because they didn't stop somebody?
Save
That'd be
Uncle
awesome.
Ben. What did you say? Save Uncle Ben.
Oh, man.
You'll find him in Uncle Ben's mansion.
You have an Uncle Ben too? Your uncle is named Ben too? As you... Ben...
Who's Uncle Ben?
Oh, God damn it.
Ben's going to drown. As you sit down, you feel a pair of familiar eyes staring at you. Jeff, you look over at him and look into his eyes. The same empty sorrow look is still in his eyes. As you look at him, he smiles slightly, but it all vanishes when his smile gets creepy and he tilts his head.
Oh.
Why? Why?
I'm just picturing him saying that. Why? That's the actual line. All right, now I'm afraid to read.
You should be.
Okay.
That's why I'm illiterate.
Okay. Whew. You look away and start getting up, but then Jack comes in. Dinner is ready, everyone.
As you start walking to... Sorry, go ahead.
Do you think that Jack Skeleton knew how to cook dinner, or do you think when he saw all the utensils he said, "What's this? What's this?"
This is Jack
Silver
Skeleton.
everywhere.
If this is Jack Skeleton, he doesn't know how to sing. He's just a skeleton.
He's Jack Skellington's like twin or like close cousin or some shit.
No.
He's talentless.
I'm imagining just a skeleton, and then he has like a little black sign hanging from his neck that just says Jack. It's just a little black rectangle that says Jack on it in white lettering.
As you start walking to the dining room, Jack stops you and says, "Jane, if you want, you can eat dinner in the other room with me." Moving in on her. Oh, shit.
Somebody's getting boned.
You look at him and reply, "Yeah."
No. Reread that.
You looks at him and reply, "Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to."
And with that, you and Jack walk into the kitchen to get your dinner. What
a goddamn revelation.
Yeah, what's the dinner? You know, what are the rooms in the mansion that you were shown? What's going on in the mansion? Anything interesting there? No. What's the dinner?
This reads like a fucking transcript of like a day in The Sims.
It's nanoist, you say?
Oh.
And with that, you and Jack walk into the kitchen to get dinner. And then you start playing a song, "I Write Tragedies, Not Sinners."
Fucking hell. As you walk with Jack, Jeff looks at you and looks angry. You roll, R-O-L-E, your eyes, and look back at Jack. This
Getting
is
a
just
little bit of cucking. Cucky pasta.
Jack the Cuck? Cucker? I don't know. Cuck the
Jack
Killer?
the Swag.
Jack the Cucky.
Oh, man.
She wants to get boned.
Making Jane. So, who's next? Because I just
You.
read.
Did you?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Who's
Then
getting
the-
things out of order again? Oh,
You.
you. Oh, sure.
You, again.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was Abysmii's turn to read, I think.
No, it wasn't. How dare you?
Who fucking cares? So, what's up with you and Jeff? I mean, he looks in love and also looks like he's a little mad, Jack says as you enter the kitchen.
What? There's nothing between me and Jeff. If anything, I hate him. The dude stabbed me. You say as you pick up your plate.
Okay, so Abysmii read, DP read. Is it
Now
okay
it's
for
you.
me to read?
Yes.
Why do you hate him?
I hate him because he tried killing me. You said trying to be loud enough so Jeff could hear.
Oh my god, she's passive aggressive about attempted murder.
You gonna bring that up again?
Oh my god.
Try and kill your partner of multiple minutes one time.
I hate him because he tried killing me.
Oh, Jesus.
You hear that?
Hmm.
Hear that, Jeff?
God damn it. Jeff, I don't want you hanging out with that Jack Skeleton fellow. Don't ruin this for me.
Why do you like Jack so much? Huh? Is it because he's white?
Oh, damn. Is everybody in this house Obama?
I wish.
Go to sleep. Oh,
just-
man.
It's Ben. And he's just like, Ben, what are you doing down here under the water? You're not supposed to be able to drown down here. Don't ruin this for me.
Oh,
are you
my
into
God.
Are you into a little bit of drown play?
Oh,
And that's where chapter 2 ends. Just very abruptly with passive aggressive over attempted murder. That needs to be in the analytics tag, okay?
passive aggressive over attempted murder.
Yes.
By the way, there
I
are
don't
no
rate
warnings
6.
on this story. I just realized. No trigger warnings.
Good. I don't want to be foretold of anything that's going to happen in this beautiful, majestic story.
No.
Now I don't. Okay.
My turn?
Yes.
Yeah.
After saying that, you regretted because Jeff walks in and looks at you. You look away and hope that he won't say anything to you.
You regret talking about him murdering you because now he looks offended. What?
Now it's awkward.
I can't believe you brought that up at our dinner party.
Don't embarrass me in front of my friends.
Hi, Jeff, Jack says, trying to lighten the mood.
Oh, hi, Jeff.
Jeff looks at Jack and then back to you. He walks over to you and tries to hug you, but you get scared and run behind Jack.
But he's a skeleton, so he can see you.
What's this guy got that I don't? It's what he doesn't have. A heart.
Aw,
Personality.
Jane, what's wrong? Jeff says in a sad tone. Oh my God, he's...
What's wrong? What's wrong is that the last time you hugged me, you tried killing me. I don't trust you anymore, you say in an almost angry voice.
Almost angry.
Oh no.
What are you doing over here, lady? There ain't no shark in this water. It's a bathtub.
I think you should go.
I think I should stay, and I think we should have sex.
I feel like I feel like that guy could get work acting as a 3-year-old. Like he could get like voice acting work as a 3-year-old because it just is like, oh, lady, I don't know anything about that.
He's so good. So good. He's
perfect.
He's like, yeah. If anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, go to YouTube and type in "shark in the water." Shark in the bathtub
Shark in the
bathtub will definitely bring it up.
Oh man.
Anyway.
Yes.
Jeff looks down and sighs. Suddenly, his head comes back up, and he smiles at you in that creepy way before he would try killing someone.
He looked at you with a death smile, like he was about to kill kids.
Jack looks at Jeff and then looks at you. Jack grabs you and moves you away from Jeff and puts himself in the middle of you and Jeff. Oh, does he now?
Can we just acknowledge, even though it is Jack Skeleton, and that is infinitely better, can we acknowledge that this scene is Jack Skellington protecting Jane from an abusive boyfriend, Jeff?
Yeah.
That is what's happening.
Yeah.
Maybe this is like a legit commentary on how people sometimes don't realize they're in abusive relationships. It's
Maybe.
like I'm kind of getting a little bit angry that you tried to kill, like, you stabbed me. I'm not about that.
Suddenly, Jeff looks even more mad. His face turns red. Okay. And he tries grabbing the knife on the counter. Subtle.
That's so Jeff.
Yeah.
That's
He doesn't
such a
have
Jeff
his
thing to
own?
do.
All the time?
So he's borrowing it.
Jack whispers in your ear,
No.
I want you to go.
Wrong.
Oh, God. Jack whispers in your ear, welcome to You Are Doom. I want you to go and stay with Ben and Slendy so I can talk to Jeff. We're going to talk this out as bros.
I sense a double team coming on.
Mm-hmm.
Go
Hey,
chill with Ben
Frank.
and Slendy.
Oh, that's the thing, though. Is like while they're fighting, Ben's gonna stick it in.
Aw, damn.
He's
gonna
doing as he
drown it.
says. He's going to drown her in it. You try to get out of the kitchen and run to Ben.
Hey, Jane, where's Jack and Jeff? Ben says as you run to him.
Up the hill to fetch something. Jeff tried killing me. Jack is trying to talk to him. And I just want to go to the mall. Like, I'm so over this. You say as you try not to panic.
Oh, well, don't worry. Jeff won't do anything, Ben says, and makes room for you to sit next to him. Jack Pav
So we're switching to Jack Skellington's point of view for anybody not paying attention.
This is now a first-person shooter. It's gonna be good.
Anyway. Jeff, calm down. What is wrong, you say?
Stay away from Jane, or I will kill you, Jack.
You look at Jeff. What do you mean, Jeff? Why would you kill me if I don't stay away from Jane? That doesn't make any sense. And why do you really care? Why do you care? I mean, really, you tried to kill her. Tried to kill her. That was kind of gay. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, jeez. Killing girls? Ew. I want you to stay away from her. She is mine, not yours. Jane is meant to be with me, and you can't take her away. I will do everything to keep you or anyone else away from her, even if that means killing you, even if that means skelling you.
Jeff, you think that maybe, like, killing won't solve all your problems?
I'll kill you!
Don't ruin this for me.
Yeah.
What, sir? I need to ask you about that soccer game. Why did you think it was acceptable to claw your opponent in the ribs? Don't ruin this for me.
Oh man, the wife's been getting to me. Kids won't shut up. You just got to go out and claw a guy. You know.
I like playing Vega and Street Fighter.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, where are we?
Jeff sounded crazy.
Jeff, yeah.
Jeff sounded crazy. I mean, why would he try killing her and then say that he was meant to be with him? It just didn't make any sense.
Why would he say that he was meant to be with him? He was meant to be with himself. Jeff? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Right. Jeff, why did you try to kill her, you ask, hoping that he stays calm?
Jack, you know how I am. When I am mad, I can't control myself. I didn't mean to stab her. She walked into my knife. But she tried running away.
I did not stab her. I did not.
I did not do that. But she tried running away, and she didn't want me. What else was I supposed to do? And that's the end. That's the end of this. It's not getting any more chapters. This shit's like 3 years old.
We can hope.
Did anybody else picture Jeff the Killer opening up smile.jpg and going, "Oh, hi, doggy"? Or is that just me?
I think it's just you.
Oh,
Oh man. Wow.
Is this, I have a good opening question to unpack this thing. Is this better or worse off
Than Jeff the Killer 2015?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Jeff the Killer 2017. Is this better or worse? But
this is the best Jeff anything I've ever read. I'm going to be perfectly honest. Not because it's well written, but because it was that entertaining.
Yeah, I've had a great time reading this.
Yeah, this is gold.
I mean, I was going to say, my question was going to be, if this is better or worse off with so few creepypasta icons mentioned, would we have enjoyed more of them, or did they do well keeping it kind of reserved and having like only 4 or so? Like, there's no Rake, there's no Eyeless Jack, there's no Laughing Jack, there's no Clockwork, et cetera and so forth.
Well, yeah, so I wish they would have brought out more of the boys. I want to say, yeah, that's the thing though, is like watching them interact in this universe would have been fun.
I kind of want like the saga to continue of what weird real world-esque, love triangles they get into, and then people like just get stabbed constantly, and people try to make meals, but a meal is never actually made in this universe.
You know what? Like I brought this up as a joke, but it's totally true. It literally is like kids playing pretend house. But all the people inside the house are monsters and murderers.
Absolutely.
So you would say that this would bring to mind something like, "Ow, Jeff! How could you stab me? Punch, 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 punch."
Punch, 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 punch.
I don't want you talking to Jane.
Jeffy!
Why? What's the problem? We're playing. No, I don't want you talking to Jane. She's mine. Don't talk to Jane. Don't talk to Jane.
But Jane says no.
Yeah. Wow. Had a great time reading this.
I just reminded myself that at one point Wendy from the Wendy's was in this story.
I had the idea at some point we should, or I guess we probably all have had this idea in some capacity or another, of having people go to the Too Spooky Reddit subreddit, reddit.com/r/toospooky with TOO spooky. And I was thinking, we could ask people to actually write things, sort of like when, the old meme of, somebody draw this, this is too good. So I would say, somebody write this. Somebody write Wendy's Mansion. And it has to be all fast food icons. And, inviting the reader in and them meeting them and having love triangles, etc.,
I'm about that.
Oh, man.
I think I don't have anything else to say. It was just, it was just really enjoyable.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
It's beautifully broken. I love it.
You know what? This, in whatever capacity, stayed interesting and stayed entertaining where so many other stories would be boring and tedious to get through.
That is what I was just thinking.
That is legitimately a credit to the author.
You want to know what the most bored I was with this story? Paragraph 1.
Yeah.
Was awful and boring and not but then the rest of it really did pick up.
Well,
because it was because the first paragraph has some really stupid exposition that doesn't really is not explained really. At least not very well, and it's just it's addressing you the entire time, and then it stays in that second person, but shit happens.
Whenever we've riffed on Jeff the Killer stories in the past, we've gotten bored with icon stuff,
right?
And this wasn't that, so kudos. I think we're done with this recording.
This has been the Fear Fiction Podcast. Your hosts are Abysmii, Dead Palette, and Slimebeast. Music by Abysmii. Art by C.F. Comer. Voiceover by Atticus Jackson. Edited by Elias the Intern. Subscribe to Fearfic on YouTube to stay up to date on new episodes.
Honey, I'm, as you say, home. Why are all the light bulbs off? What's going on?
Oh, join me. I'm almost done.
Why are you sitting in the middle of a bloody pentagram?
Well, I want to be updated as soon as the new episodes of the Fear Fiction podcast are out, but subscribing to the YouTube channel isn't enough.
What do you mean?
YouTube algorithm works in mysterious ways, and I'm trying to conquer it. First, you have to click on the red subscribe button.
Affirmative.
Then you click on the notification bell.
Sure, needing to click 2 buttons for one function makes total sense.
Well, it doesn't end there. Then you need to take on the quest for a higher meaning and equity of the eternal souls.
What's that?
First, you must find someone who is part of the lowest rung of society.
A homeless man with 3 teeth.
A homeless man with 3 teeth. Then you murder him.
Well, that seems extreme.
Don't question Silicon Valley. They're forward thinking.
Sure, iPhones.
Then you put the man's major organs into various dumpsters that, when viewed from the sky, form a pentagram with your house at the center. Using the blood still on your rain slicker, paint another pentagram on the floor in the center of your house. Then pray to Susan Wojcinski until your life partner arrives home.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of work just to listen to a podcast hosted by 3 of Creepypasta's most controversial and hated figures.
The ritual isn't done. You need the verification code.
Where's that?
Inside your life partner's belly.
Hey, you like women? Then,
Do they have penises?
Well, funny you should ask. In Honey Pop 2, it has now been confirmed. There's going to be a chick with a dick.
Suck
name is
her
Polly.
Dick. Suck her dick.
She's a beauty tuber. She's going to be in the game, and I think that's fucking awesome. So, be like me and spend literally hundreds of hours on a dating sim match 4 game. It's called Honey Pop, and you should play it. Go give them your money.
Hey kids, do you like beauty tubers? How about booty tubers?